Welcome to Mama Mosey Tarot. I'm going to do a little read for you. I've already got the Ali Mann's Tarot with the bottom of the deck energy face up. This is Queen of Wands. So this is being your own light, being your own joy, being your own sunshine. And so this is for those of you in my collective who have been hurt before but are seemingly right now, whenever you're seeing this, full of energy, because I feel full of energy. I feel like hopeful of possibilities. It's kind of like that feeling when you're like a teenager and you've got your car, you have no real responsibilities, maybe a job, but it's not that big of a deal, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with your day. It's that feeling. And also for those of you who have recently kicked somebody to the curb who was trying to control, or not change, but control an aspect of you just to see that they had it under control. So that's for you guys. We have the Queen of Wands here and the Dancing Death. This lets me know that you are not afraid to cut people off when need be. If they're showing you something you don't like, you're like, okay, that's fine. 100%. You just had to say that. Bye. And it's just full of life and not sad about what might be changing. Not stuck in any wounds either. No wounds here. This is a wound man. This is somebody who has been hurt but does not live in that energy, which is 100% fantastic. But I think with this, so the way I set that down, Dancing Death was face up. So I think there might still be more change incoming for you, so stick around. I've got the Oracle Plain Secrets, and we have Punch a Cop on the bottom, which is just kind of not setting rules for yourself that you kind of, not breaking any laws or anything, but when you see wrong, standing up for it, doing the right thing when you see it, you know. So I want to see what's going to change for you, what you need to be looking for, if anything. Because this feeling that I'm getting is like energy, movement, go, go, go. Oh, you need some grounding. Okay, that's strange. I was getting a feeling of like, almost like flying. Like a rush. But this is grounding. This is a call. Something is holding you down. I don't know if it's good or bad, but something is holding you, tethering you somewhere. And with this one, it makes me think bad just because if you see she's out in space and everything, but she's still tied down to a phone and what is that, a vacuum back there? So it's like something is kind of keeping your feet on the ground. Like your head's in the clouds, but the fact that you're not entirely just lost it and just doing whatever the fuck you want. Something's holding you, something's grounding you and tethering you. That's the name of the card, is tether. Something's tethering you. So we got Combat de Mars. This is about being able to, I mean, it would suit you, being able to stand up for yourself and defend yourself. Because this card is about aggression. It's a very, very masculine card. It's about defending what you need to defend, being the aggressor when necessary, but having the mentality to be able to discern between those situations. Now, this might be the thing that needs to be changed. It might be something that you're railing against, like you don't want to be logical necessarily right now. White Dragon Wormling. So this is a card of, I'm getting the inner child feeling, like you kind of just want to let your inner child just run all the fuck around. But this card is representative of a childlike energy. Could be a child, it could involve, and I think it also does represent those that teach young children. But with all of this, I think there is, I'm going to pull some more because I'm not quite sure. I'm still getting the feeling of childlike energy, especially with that Wormling card. But I don't know if it's another person or if it's, you. If it's you working on your inner child and you need to kind of rein it back in now and actually get a little bit grounded, like playtime's over. More playtime coming up soon, but right now you got to put your nose to the grindstone. And then Triangle Agency and Protective. So they didn't flip out, but they flipped in my hand. So this is something that you need to be concerned about. This is Triangle Agency is accepting certain parts about yourself that you might have previously or somebody else did previously deem as monstrous. But with this acceptance and this protectiveness, I think that this is, with the aggression here and the White Dragon Wormling, I think you might have had to be very, very aggressive and easy to let things, easy, sovereignty on the bottom of the deck, easy to let things go because it was proven to you that you had to defend yourself and that you were the only person that was there to do so, because this White Dragon Wormling came out right after this Mars card, and that's straight up aggression. But then Triangle Agency, which is your monstrousness, accepting and kind of realizing that if you're not hurting anybody else, if it's not quite a trait that you want, it is still part of you, and it's part of you for a reason, and that needs to be examined at the very least. But with this protectiveness, it's like you formed this aggression to protect yourself because you realized that you were you were the only person that was really going to have your own best interests at heart. But I think this needs to change. I think you've gone on a tangent a little bit of just punching cops whenever you see a cop, not in defense of anybody else or preserving justice or anything like that. Now you're just wildly swinging, which if this was tarot, it would be like the Knight of Swords, I think. But I think that might be what has to change here. You might have to change that defensive aggression that you get. You have to start practicing being more vulnerable. You are the Queen of Wands, you are the Queen of Action, and you provide your own light and your own joy. You need to let other people see that, though. If you don't let people close enough to see your light, you're going to miss out on some beautiful connections that you could make, okay? And you got some, sheesh, what is this? Kids on bikes. So kids on bikes is, like I was saying, it's that, and not exactly like I was saying, because this is kids that really have no responsibilities to living at home, but they get to go out and play during the summer and stay outside till the street lights come on, right? It's that sort of energy that, it's like a freedom. But hold on, I'm going to look this up real quick. Okay, so the kids on bikes is that energy, but the core of it is that anything could happen. And that's that whole feeling I've had before I even started this reading. It's just like this day, and it's fucking, what, 3? The day is rife with possibility. It's usually like that in the mornings when I've had like 12 hours of sleep. But you need to approach this different way to connect with people, this way to be vulnerable as just a new experience. You know you're strong enough, especially with this childhood that you had, and with this tether card, I think it's still holding you back a little bit. I think that's the whole reason it's out here with these 3. You need to let go of this. You need to let go of this childhood aggression that you've been using to protect yourself for so long. Yes, it has worked. Thank that part of yourself and tell that part of yourself you don't need it anymore, okay? Keep it in the back burner in case it needs to throw a fucking flag at you and be like, oh, this person's actually a dick, okay? But don't let them run roughshod over everything else and be like, no, this person's gonna hurt you, this person's gonna hurt you, this person's, and just looking for little minuscule things all over the place. Hold on. Okay, lost where I was. But this kids on bikes, you need to look at look at being vulnerable as a new adventure, basically. You know you're strong enough to survive hurt, damage, pain, betrayal, all that. You know you're strong enough to survive it. You've been actively removing people from your life that aren't serving you, that are trying to use you. So, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. That might be that's what you have to change, is your fear of vulnerability is keeping your soul family away from you. It's not allowing you to move naturally. You're moving out of fear, whether you want to think it or not. Yeah, fuck. Earthing just popped out. You need to reground and center yourself and get used to being vulnerable. If you need to just be vulnerable on your own for a little while, that's fine. But don't let yourself talk yourself back into being the aggressive defender when it's not called for or necessary. Okay? Ooh, that's snow. That is too many. Jeez Louise. All right. So after centering, grounding, is there anything else that you need to know? That's the one that wanted to come out. So the Devil's Contract. I have to look this one up because I can't quite remember. The Devil's Contract. I think this is... I'm just going to look it up. Hold on. I will show you the book if you don't believe me for what I was just saying. Devil's Contract is a recognition of the labors we take on to survive that use us, and especially the ones that take from us while giving back very little. Know that the energy it takes tires you. You're not just tired for no reason. This is draining you. This is draining you of your energy that you could be putting towards formulating, forming, and strengthening new connections. Using that strength, that energy that is being sucked out of you while you're trying to defend yourself against a boogeyman that's not there. That energy could be used to strengthen your vulnerability, as dumb as it sounds. I picked up this whole deck upside down. Hold on. So you really do need to let this go. Synergy. Oh, that is so pretty. You need to let this go, again, with earthing, grounding, and now synergy coming out. You really need to get back into, I would just say straight up nature. It doesn't have to be that long. It doesn't have to be far away if you live in a city. Go to the garden section of a fucking store, or go to a garden store and just be with the plants for a little while. Let me see. Oh boy. The road. This is all part of your journey. Your path is going to progress, but if you don't handle this aggression and this fear of vulnerability soon, you could miss out on some very crucial connections that would help you egress? No, that word's in my head right now for some reason. That would help you elevate yourself at a faster pace, like exponentially elevate yourself. Learning these lessons with these people, especially if you can maintain that vulnerability and be honest with it. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy, little trickster. Hold on, I love this card. Okay, so the little trickster this is embracing whimsy. With all of this, that energy that you're feeling, that everything is open, there's multitudinous possibilities. That feeling is this little trickster's whimsy, chaos, a little bit of chaos in life that doesn't really hurt anybody, but it's joy and living. You have this. You need to, I just looked at that fucking card and I can't remember what it is. So it's not important. You know what you need to do. You need to, especially with the road and synergy here. So synergy is getting back in balance. Taking that first step and trusting that somebody has you. Somebody has you. Synergy. That's what this synergy card is that there is somebody in your life that will help you step by step by step. And they've been there for a while because the road came out after this. They've been in your life for a while, I think. It is this one person that you kind of understand and you're not afraid to be vulnerable with. And I think you trust their judgment as much, if not more than your own, I would say. You know who this person is. And as soon as I started talking about a person, that person popped up in your head. So don't just take this gloom and doom. I have to be vulnerable. I have to do all this work. You do, but you can't let that take away the joy of life, because then you're going to have to learn other lessons if you miss those. Okay. You need to be present still, grounded, focused, but also you need to be grounded and focused and just embracing life and providing joy wherever you can. Don't let this change who you are in terms of your happiness and the light. How you give to others is what I'm getting. Well, like what you do and how you give to others, don't let that change it. Don't let that you have to change that aggression. Don't let that change it. It is your aggression and your fear that could be a problem, okay? You need to examine why you are so afraid. And it might not feel like fear at first. That's the difficult thing. But when you figure out why you act in one way, it shows you what you fear in the other, especially when it's a strong feeling that I need to act this way. I need to be this way. That'll show you what you fear, okay? You really need to do some examining, a little bit of shadow work, incorporate it into your daily life, okay? Daily life. Anytime you feel any type of trigger or any emotion that's like, break it open, okay? Put your feelings somewhere until it's safe for you to examine them, okay? Be stoic. Put your feelings somewhere until it's safe for you to examine them, and then you can go all of the little different paths and courses that you need to figure out where that fear comes from, okay? But you can do it. You proved it with this aggression and the white dragon wormling in the tether. You can 100% do this, okay? Don't lose your head. I hope this helped. Love you.